So hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is the OG Natural Girl here. I'm here with a plucking tutorial. I've gotten a lot of questions as to how I get my realistic hairline when I do my plucking and my when I do my unveils and my videos. So this is gonna. I'm not showing my face because my hair is not done. So all you'll see is my hands and me plucking, but I'll go in depth and I'll try to keep this under 30 minutes. It usually takes me about 30 minutes to pluck, give or take. It depends on how deep I'm going in. This frontal is really good though because it really came with a really good hairline here. What you look at is this hard line that's behind it, and that's what you're going to go in to try to eliminate, is that hard line here and your hard line here. You see the hard line there? So that's what we're trying to eliminate. So I'm going to show you how I eliminate the there's no perfect way of plucking. Just remember that there's no perfect way. It's your way. It's how you pluck. So that's the hard line we're going to try to eliminate. So I'm going to do one side for you guys on the video. And if you guys want more in-depth videos of me plucking or my plucking techniques or my sewing machine techniques, just hit the comments below. Subscribe to my channel. And I'm sorry I haven't been up here lately. I've been dealing with some things going on. But I look forward to doing more. So this is what we're going to try to eliminate. And I'm just going to pluck. And I'm not really going to talk in this video because I haven't gotten to the point where I know how to do the overlay of my voice yet. I've been doing other stuff, so trying to do a whole setup for a wig collection is like a lot. I didn't know so much, but anyway, this is what we're going to try to eliminate. And I'm going to do this half, and then you guys will see the install of this actual unit tomorrow, because I'll have it done tomorrow, and I'll upload the video for that too, or the after of the install. All right, so what I do is I comb this section that I'm going to start back, and it doesn't matter which side you start on, just pick your side to start on. Some people, I never start in the front. I don't. I do side, side, then I do my front, because I know that this is going to go further back. This area is going to go further back, and this area is going to have to look the same, and the front is going to have to be dark. I'll show you. I'll do half of the head, so that way you'll be able to see it. So what I do is I go in and I part off mainly that front part that comes on your frontals. That's that extra hair in the front. You don't want to pluck that. You don't want to pluck into that. And if you do, you want to minimally pluck into that, because that's also going to be what you lay as your baby hair. And when you go into it, it's not a hard line in there anyway. In this part anyway, this front part. So, and if you do go into it, just be mindful that it is it's a very dense area anyway. So if you look at it, you'll see that there's not much hair in that area right here. So you won't want to pluck that till it's bald. You want to go part here. And there's the hairline. That's the hard line that you want to work to pluck out. So what I do is I begin plucking here, and you have some really sharp tweezers. These are the only tweezers I ever use. I usually get these out of Sally's, 99¢. They say little things like kind and happy, so they're really good. So what I do is I don't break. Go here. I'm going to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to start off exactly the way I normally would start off plucking, because if I don't, I'll lose track of what I'm telling you. Okay, so that's my hard line. This is the part you don't want to do, right? So you go here, and you always make sure that you pluck with this, the flat side of your tweezers. You never use the sharp end because you'll pluck a hole in your lace. So what you do is, what I do is I go in, I push the hair back, and I begin plucking backwards. And if I put my mannequin head this way, right, you can see it better. And I'll pluck this way. And it's still going the same motion, but I'm always plucking backwards. And I'm constantly moving. I'm not being still in one spot. If you cannot be still in one spot when you're plucking, and you have to constantly stay combing that area out to see your progress on your plucking. And let me tell you something. You can't use a black canvas head to pluck on, because a black canvas head, unless you put a stocking cap on the black canvas head, the black canvas head, you cannot see your directional where you're plucking at. This wig is black, right? So you can't see it. So right here is where I'm working. I'm working in sections this big and moving. So I go here, and I never stop moving. And I go backwards, forward. And as I move, you progressively see hair come out. You see? See? I want to make sure y'all can see. You can part it in the small rows so that you can get in between there and also thin out. And when I say you have to pluck in a certain, you're plucking in a backwards direction, or some people pluck this way. See that? They go in there and they part off like that in that direction. I found that is harder for me to do because that takes the hair in a direction that it's not normally going to fall when you bring it this way. So Do you see the hard line has disappeared from that area right there? There's no more hard line. So I'll move up to here now. So like I said, I'm only going to do half of my head. And when I'm plucking backwards, I'm darting these areas out. Like I'm actually pulling the hair out from the knotted part of the lace. You actually have to remove that knot in order for it to look like you've plucked. And that's what I wasn't doing when I first started plucking lace. I wasn't plucking the whole knot out. I was merely breaking the hair pretty much. There's hair there. You can't see it. It's the way it's plucked out, but that is hair there. And remember, this canvas head is really, really light. The cloth's not on it because it was a black canvas head, so I cut all the black cloth off of it. After I use it up, though. I know y'all looking at my boobs like, her boobs are wet. No, they are, because I just shampooed and got this baby ready. So hopefully that's enough for hopefully that's enough information. Like if you want me to go more detail into how, if you want to go back further into your plucking, me personally, I don't like to go any further than where I'm at now, is right here. That gives you more of the realistic hairline. Unless that person is like, I have no edges. I have minimal edges on my right side, and I have more on my left side, but it's still very little. So let me show you the difference. So this is my pluck side compared to your full side. You see the difference? Plucked, unplucked. To pluck, not to pluck. That is the question. Plucked, unplucked. So you guys see the difference in what I just did, right? So what you would do, I'm going to show you one more time just to make sure that I gave you guys that tidbit of information. So I'm going to show you when you start to pluck, first you need wet hair. Wet hair. Tweezers. I get these out of Sally's. I get these out of Sally's. You'll need a comb. If you have to, you need a water bottle to continuously spray the hair to keep it wet. Mine was pretty wet because I had just finished shampooing it from bleaching the knots. I always bleach my knots prior to plucking. Usually, I would pluck first and then I would bleach the knots. But I'd already bleached these knots and I didn't want to not do the plucking video. But usually, normally, I would pluck prior to bleaching. That's me. I just pluck prior to bleaching. I don't know why. It's just the way I've always done it. Sometimes I'll be doing something else and I won't think about it and I'll just go ahead and bleach the knots. And oh, I know why I didn't. Because I wanted to see how this hairline fell without me plucking it. That's what it was. I wanted you guys to see how it fell without me plucking it. Without me plucking before bleaching. That's what I wanted to show you. That's why I did it. So it was intentional to do it on this video. Normally I would pluck before bleaching though. It's just something I do. It doesn't matter however you do it as long as you can achieve. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck. I'm going to pluck from here. And I'm going to leave this side. So that way you can see up close in front what the difference is once I thin this hard line right here. This hard line out. So once again, when we go in, I'm going to part off my middles parts. Because I'm in the front, I usually always part off in the middle. Start parting my parts like going back and then start plucking in a backwards motion. And please make sure that you're grabbing that knot. You're not grabbing that knot, you're not moving anything out of there. I promise you you're not. Make sure you're taking off sections. Make sure you're moving constantly. You don't stay in one place. You should be combing out hair. And in your first motions, you should start seeing some kind of demarcation between the lines. You see that? Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so that's this part right here. You see? And you see this compared to here? Okay, so I'm gonna do to here. This is gonna be my stopping point right here. Okay. Everything else I'll do off camera for the install for tomorrow. So this will be my stopping point. Oh, no. That was on the wrong side. This is my side I'm doing. So